Yo, what's good, everyone? This is AEO Boxing with Madiba, and we're here to talk about why Gervonta Tank Davis needs to fight the winner of Devin Haney versus Lomachenko next, not SHAKUR Stevenson. As we all know, Tank just beat Ryan Garcia, stopping him with a body shot to the liver in round 7. This was the biggest fight in boxing that has occurred in several years, not because it was a championship fight with legitimate legacy on the line, but it was a fight between two young, undefeated, in their prime popular boxers, which is something we haven't seen in a long time. And this leads me into the point of this video. Tank needs to fight the winner of Haney versus Loma for legacy. Don't get me wrong, Tank is a generational talent, a bona fide superstar, and is a pound for pound caliber fighter. However, he does not have a pound for pound caliber resume or accomplishments. Showtime refers to Tank as a 3-division champion, but in all actuality, Tank is only a 1-division champion. He won the IBF and Super WBA belt at 130, but he won regular titles for the WBA at lightweight and at 140, and regular titles are not considered legitimate world titles. Tank's biggest and best one to date is Ryan Garcia, and he has an underrated resume, in my opinion, against some good competition, but none of the guys that Tank has beat have been truly considered elite. And you have a lot of people criticizing his win over Ryan. Because of these things, a lot of people do not believe that Tank is the new face of boxing, and I somewhat agree to these statements. But a fight against Devin Haney or Lomachenko will be the answer to the criticism that Tank gets. Tank is already popular, but if he becomes the undisputed champion at lightweight, he'll be a legitimate pound for pound caliber boxer. I know a lot of people want to see Tank versus SHAKUR next, and I believe that will be a tremendous fight, but it shouldn't happen next. Let me explain. SHAKUR just made his debut at lightweight, and it was an excellent performance, but other than name and reputation, SHAKUR has nothing to offer. Haney and Loma also have a name and reputation, but they have belts. Therefore, it will be a bigger, more important fight. And if Haney wins, like what most pundits predict, Haney will be a free agent, thus it'll be easier to negotiate and make a fight with Tank. Furthermore, there's already a storyline and beef between Tank and Haney, so fan interest is already there. And if Haney dominates Loma, the hype for the fight will be huge. Easy fight to make and easy fight to promote, and it could be very lucrative. SHAKUR should fight someone like Kambosos or Jermaine Ortiz in the meantime. The only reason why Tank should fight SHAKUR next is if Haney loses and activates his rematch clause. But I'm not 100% sure there's a rematch clause in the first place. But there's also potential problems in making any of these fights, with the main problem being negotiations. Tank is the bigger star and draw, but Haney is the undisputed champion. This could cause disagreements on determining which team is the A side, which then could have major implications on what's in the contract. Things like the ring size, purse splits, rematch clauses, and most importantly, weight. Tank just put a rehydration clause on Ryan Garcia, and it's no secret that Haney is a big lightweight, and it's been harder for him to make lightweight. And Haney said he'll fight Tank, but with no weight stipulations. So if they cannot agree on the weight clauses, then I don't see this fight happening. And when it comes to SHAKUR and Loma, they're signed to Top Rank, therefore promotional issues could happen. We just seen Showtime and PBC and Golden Boy and DAZN co-promote, so it all depends on if Bob Arum would be willing to negotiate and be okay with Showtime and PBC being the lead promoters. However, we can't guarantee that Bob Arum would even make a fight with Tank in the first place. Bob Arum seems more interested in making fights within his own promotional company. He's been talking about making the winner of Haney vs. Loma fight SHAKUR next, and those would be good fights. But I haven't seen Bob Arum say anything regarding Tank in any of those matchups. But if Tank cannot get those fights, I guarantee his next opponent will be Pitbull Cruz. The first fight between them was competitive and somewhat close, and it will be an easy fight to make since they're both associated with the PBC. A good amount of fans, especially the Mexican fans, have been calling for this rematch, and those fans think that Tank is afraid and ducking Pitbull. However, I don't want to see that fight. Pitbull hasn't really done much since losing to Tank, other than those 2 fights that he had, but I just feel like Sean Gibbons and Manny Pacquiao Promotions aren't building him up right. They're not promoting him right. I mean, Pitbull should be in fights that are gonna build his profile to make that rematch, like, interesting, you know? Tank needs to fight elite guys right now. I mean, Pitbull Cruz is a good fighter, but it's just not the time for the rematch. Let Pitbull fight other top guys first before getting an opportunity for a rematch, because Tank needs legacy. But who knows, this is boxing, anything can happen. But thank you for tuning in with Ayo Boxing with Madiba. Hit like, subscribe, and more content is coming your way.